Welcome to your in-service on preparing to evaluate RA candidates. Here are the learning objectives for this session. By the end, you will be able to explain the selection process, be able to identify interview biases, and think critically about how they impact decisions, and you will be able to utilize the rubric to evaluate a mock candidate's answers. Here are the components of the RA selection process. We start off by marketing the position. Over the summer, Assistant Director Wynn will put a call out for RAs who are interested in being featured on the marketing flyers. Flyers are hung in November by the RA on duty in each community and office assistants in academic buildings. Then, Wynn coordinates the Instagram takeover. Around this time, Wynn will also coordinate the information sessions. We'll talk more about them on the next slide. During the first round, candidates are asked to submit a resume and complete a written application with a video introduction. The second round is an in-person interview. The third and final round is the placement round. To apply for the RA position, the candidate must attend an information session. This is where they get information about the role, expectations, and compensation. One will prepare a slide presentation that a member of professional staff will facilitate. You will also attend an information session. There, you and your RA peers will answer questions and provide the RA perspective. If you cannot attend your session due to unforeseen and extenuating circumstances, please email your RD, the RD facilitating the session, and when. You do not need to do anything to prepare for the session. Round 1 is the written application. Candidates will submit a resume along with a completed application and an introductory video. This is coordinated by Wynn. Members of the professional staff score the applications. You do not have an active role in this round. Round 2 is the in-person interview. Again, Wynn coordinates the logistics of this round, including emailing you all for your interview availability. Both professional staff members and RAs participate in this round. RDs and RAs both ask interview questions, take notes, and score the candidates. Your feedback is critical. Your scores are weighed the same as the professional staff scores. Round 3 is the placement round. After candidates have successfully completed the first 2 rounds, they move to the placement round. The placement meeting is where all RDs and the associate director, Joanna, sit in a room and talk about which candidates, including returning RAs, will suit their community and its needs. Some candidates will be hired and placed in a community. Some will be placed on the alternate list, and if a spot becomes available, they will be considered for it, and some candidates are declined. You do not have an active role in this round. Here are expectations for you for the interview round. Please make sure you show up at least 5 minutes early. This will allow you to settle in and prepare with the professional staff member who will be interviewing alongside you. Please wear your RA t-shirt and appropriate bottoms. Please refrain from wearing athleisure, sweatpants, or pajama pants. Again, if you cannot attend your assigned interview due to unforeseen and extenuating circumstances, please email your RD, the RD facilitating the interview, and when. You likely remember how nerve-wracking your interview was. Please do your best to provide the candidate with a warm, welcoming environment so that they can do their best. Start by introducing yourself. You will be provided with a set of questions. You will be able to rephrase or provide clarity when needed, but should not ask your own questions. As the candidate is answering the questions, please take notes. The next slide will give you an example of how to synthesize their answers into succinct, helpful notes. Please know that professional staff refer to your notes, so what you write down is important. Each section of the interview will also have a place for you to score the candidate. Please do not mark your scores until the candidate leaves the room. In 2 slides, we will review the rubric, which will be at the top of the score sheet. Please make sure you are utilizing this rubric to score candidates. Your scores should be based off what the candidate says, not any outside information you have on the candidate. For example, if the candidate says that they're a real team player, but you work with them at an on-campus job and your experience of them has been the opposite, you will score their response based on what they said in their interview, and not your personal experience with them. We want to make sure we are eliminating any potential interview bias. Once the interview is over, thank the candidate and walk them out. Here is an example of how to take a candidate's response and turn it into succinct, usable information. Think of it this way: there are several people involved in the decision process who will not be in the interview. Write down the information that you think will be helpful when another staff member reviews it later. We're interested in both the score and your notes. This is the evaluation rubric. Again, you will see this rubric at the top of the score sheet. The rubric ranges from 0 to 4. Please make sure you are thoughtful when scoring candidates. The next 2 slides will show you examples of how a candidate could respond to a question. We see progression from a very shallow answer that shows little understanding of the question to a fully fleshed out response that gives details and examples. Please remember that these candidates have not gone through training yet, so they will likely not be familiar with our procedures. Prior to watching this video, you read an article on interview bias. Again, we want to work hard to ensure our process minimizes the potential for bias. This is why we have standardized questions with a rubric and multiple interviewers. Please make sure you have read the article and are familiar with the types of interview bias and ways to manage them. Thank you for your attention during this video. You are a big part of the selection process, so we hope this in-service has helped prepare you for your role. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you will be able to include them on your assessment. Or please feel free to reach out to Joanna.